Hey, 2 a.m. here with Jason. Hope you guys are well. This uh, is a can opener. Now, it's not a great can opener, let's just be honest, but it is a can opener, and the reality of it is that I walked in the other day and Esri was sitting down. Parks has been working on how to do it because, let's be honest, I'm trying to teach Parks everything that I can, everything that I know. I keep telling him, I say, Parks, I want you to know everything. He's like, really? I said, as much as you can, bud. Gain as much as you can. So anyway, so he's using his can opener, and taught him how to do that. And he's not very good at it, but he's working on it. So Esri sees this and says, "Man, I want to know too." And so, of course, the thing that Esri was opening with the can opener was a potato. So Esri's sitting there on the floor with a potato with his can opener. He's just kind of like, and I said, buddy, I love that you want to know, but the reality is that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. And I think that when it comes to wisdom, he wanted to know. He wanted to know how to do it. Um, it's so important for us to ask. It's so important for us to ask God, who gives generously, as James 1 says. But the other side of things is um, that wisdom is something we need to get no matter what it costs. I think back to Proverbs chapter 4. I'm gonna read it here, just the beginning. And I love this section. I taught this in my Bible class just last year or 2 years ago, and this part is especially important. Listen, my sons, to a father's instructions. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. For I too was the son of my father. Parks always loves talking about how Pappy is my dad. Anyway, um, for I too was the son of my father, still tender, cherished by my mother. Then he taught me and said to me, take hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commands and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn from them. Do not forsake wisdom and she'll protect you. Love her and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. Um, Cherish her and she will exalt you. Embrace her and she will honor you. She will give you a garland to grace your head and she'll present you with a glorious crown. Um, I think it's so important for us to remember that is to remember the importance of wisdom, um, and so I started thinking about, so what does wisdom look like today? Like how does that go? And there's a quote by Jimi Hendrix says, "Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens." Now I don't know how you feel about Jimi Hendrix, but I thought it was an interesting quote because it's so important for us to be able to listen. I doing some CEU stuff, and but it's about youth ministry as well. And Jeff Myers, Dr. Jeff Myers from Summit Ministries, was doing a podcast, and he said that in today's kids, one of the most important things is this: how you listen shows how much you know. And I thought about that for a second. I thought, man, like, that's kind of crazy. He said that, when you are able to listen to people, it shows that they are important and that you know enough that you're able to say, I can take what you're saying and still be able to talk to you about things because I know and because I care. And so I started thinking about how we interact with the world around us. It deals a lot with how we're listening. Um, Too often, someone is talking to us and our mind is racing, saying, okay, well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this back to them and I'm going to do this, instead of just listening and taking in what they're saying. um, if we are going to grow the church, if we are going to be God's instrument in the communities that he's put us in, um, we have to listen, and we have to listen well, to show the wisdom that God has given us, to say, hey man, it's not about us, it's not about getting our point across, it's about where are you coming from, and what's going on there. Because a lot of times God opens up the doors for conversation if we're listening to what people are saying, if we're actually hearing them. And so my challenge for you tonight is to get wisdom with all you got, according to Proverbs 4, but also to listen carefully, to show the wisdom that you have, and to be able to show people like, man, I care enough about you to hear what you are saying. It's important. It's especially important in these time periods where people are crazy and saying all kinds of stuff. We need to be the church to be able to say, hey, let's. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're right, but I'm willing to listen to what you have to say, because it's important for us to demonstrate that wisdom of God cares about you, regardless of what you're saying. God still cares about you. He died for you, and so how can I hear what you're saying? So anyway, just a thought. Hope you guys have a good night and grow wise and be careful with your can openers.